beneath the stars so bright. Pull your hat down, make sure your cinch is tight. Horses kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. You'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight.
Howdy there, I'm Matt McKinley and we're burning daylight.
In the saddle till the job's done right.
Welcome to Burning Daylight, the only podcast for the working cowboy. Oh, hey, fellas. What's happening?
We're recording this podcast in 1971.
They had
If we're
computers
lucky.
back then?
If we're lucky. Yeah, I can't share a screen right now without closing out my browser and then going back in. So I know. And then if I do that, if I close out, no guarantee I'll get back in the way this computer's been going here lately. So we're going to leave it as is.
So this could be a really short podcast.
Well, I can still see the stuff. You guys can't. So
Use your imagination.
So yeah, I came out last night to work out, and I had YouTube playing while I was in the background, and then it just like cut out in the middle of the episode that I was watching, and then I had like the black screen of death on my computer after that, and I was like, oh fuck. So I was up till I finally gave up about 12:30 last night trying to fix it, and then spent most of the afternoon. Turns out it wasn't that bad of a fix, except I had to erase the hard drive. So yeah, a lot of old content that I have to re-download. So that's neat, cool stuff, guys. Pretty
cool.
Pretty awesome. Yeah, technology. It's great stuff. What have you guys been up to?
Oh, just fucking tired of dadding. Rob, do you just got shit all, like, every day of the week?
Do I get shit?
No, do you have shit every day of the week?
Like I take
like
shit a lot.
No.
I take
Healthy
shit.
Lots of little ones like a deer.
Just a bunch of little rabbit poops.
Little rabbit poops.
Yeah, it's just one thing after another. Whether it's freaking baseball or football or swimming or whatever, or they're doing some kind of after school or like summer school deal now too that I have to take
I don't
them
know. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really starting to fucking hate summer. I don't know about you guys, but like I am begging for fall just to have no activities. Like let's stay in and watch football on a Sunday, shall we? Like that's happening.
I'm liking it. I golf 3 or 4 times.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, Aaron, you picked the worst branch of education to go into where you don't have a summer break. So that,
You know
honestly,
what?
that's kind of on you.
I'm okay with it. I'll work year round. The job is easy and cush. I'm all right with it. I'm not getting dysentery at my fucking station, you know?
I haven't got dysentery since like 2010.
Oh, got it.
14 years ago, but I still would not recommend it. Would not recommend it. Not fun. No, it's slowed down for us. We shipped all of our Mexican steers out, so it's been pretty quiet. Kind of nice, but it turned hot. And then baseball ended.
Dysentery from the Mexican ones?
No, that one. Well, I never did identify which particular animal it was from, so it could have been a combination of all of them. Hard telling. No, that yard I was at in Kansas did not feed out Mexican steers because back in I think it was like 2010 or 2012. They passed what was called mandatory country of origin labeling, IMCOOL. So, and then they repealed it in, I think, 2014. So it had to been like, it had been like 2010 or something like that when it went into effect. But essentially, every piece of beef had to have the country of origin label on the packaging. So in order to do that, the packing plants they'd have to. They had like specific days where they'd kill Mexican cattle or Canadian cattle. Those are the only like live animals.
Matt volunteered for the Mexican one.
Well, they volunteered me. Look at me. They just volunteered me. There's like, get in there, Beaner.
Do it.
A self-loathing Mexican.
Yeah. I didn't volunteer. I was like, I no habla, and they're like, shut the fuck up, Beaner, get in there.
They only know Spanish. You have to talk to cows. They only know Spanish.
But certain states, well, once it went into effect, like Kansas, the packers there just like, we're just not going to kill Mexican cattle. So the yard I worked at didn't have any because of that, because all of our cattle were shipped to either Liberal, Kansas or Dodge City, Kansas. And then when I worked for Cactus Feeders, we had one solitary Mexican steer that I encountered, and somebody had to take him on a gooseneck trailer down to Amarillo to have him slaughtered, because Texas killed him. I think Nebraska maybe. But the Kansas, all the plants in Kansas wouldn't even mess with it, because you'd have to shut down your native cattle, kill floor for the day. Then you'd have to clean it, flush it, and then restart it up for Mexican cattle. And then when you were done with that run of cattle, then you'd have to shut it down, clean it, flush it, all that. And it was kind of a huge pain in the ass for those guys. So the Kansas plants, they're just like, nah, we're not doing that at all. So send your Mexicans elsewhere, kind of like Texas and Florida does. Except Texas.
Of Mexican cattle show up at Martha's Vineyard.
That would be the funniest thing ever. That I'm not a big fan of Greg Abbott, but that would make me a huge fan. Just a couple semi-loads of Mexican cattle, just dump them off somewhere in Martha's Vineyard, like on Obama's doorstep.
You put them in little ponchos. Is that
have a mariachi band waiting on them when you start unloading. Have AOC like crying in the parking lot.
You're gonna have to get on ChatGPT and get this thing together. A bunch of Mexican cattle with sombreros in Martha's Vineyard.
I gotta tell you, ChatGPT, it takes way longer to think of the specific phrases that it'll allow you to use than it does to actually generate an image. Like, because I'll get denied like 6 or 7 different times until I put it in the most PC way possible. By the way, I'm still working on our Pride Month advertisement. I've got some. I gotta Photoshop our faces on, which won't take too much.
Matt's gonna get us all fired.
I mean, that's kind of the goal.
You know what? The only person that's listening is Ruben. I saw Ruben last week, and he was like, "Oh, listen to the show. It was great." So we got one super fan. Thanks, Ruben.
Ruben's been a super fan since like day one, though.
Yes, he has.
Ruben's been a big fan, so that cracked me up from the very get go. I was like, Ruben listens. All right.
I mean,
we're doing
Ruben
something. Okay.
Ruben does like sick, fucked up things, so I'm not like shocked that he's a big fan of our moron hour. Tim, I think your little header there may be misleading, because I don't know what the record on Meat Spin is.
I haven't checked it in a couple days. But I was when was that? We were still in college when that was kind of like the big gag. Oh, check out Meat Spin, it's awesome.
What was the other one? It was like Lemon Party or something like that.
A Lemon Party was terrible.
2 girls, 1 cup.
That was a time.
The Baptist in me came out real quick on Meat Spin. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Did the white man? Did you go? Oh,
I did full on Hank Hill. Whoa!
You know, there's someone out there in the world that actually has the record on that.
I gotta be. It's probably some streamer nerd that just got it on loop in the background. I guess
I loved it for like a year.
They just started sending them free shit.
Doesn't that sound like a King of the Hill episode, like where Hank Hill catches Bobby trying to break the Meat Spin record? Maybe when he's like 16, you know?
Yeah. Oh, the what now? Have we had any good outbursts in the house here lately?
I haven't had AOC went on some rants. I didn't hear anything, but
no.
Baby girl.
I
think they've been on their best behavior lately.
After the little spat.
Yeah, I don't know what the status is on the house here lately. I saw Fauci was there, and he probably perjured himself again. Nothing will happen on that, but
does anything ever really happen when you get called in front of Congress?
No.
Has anyone been arrested? Has there ever been anything?
I think the most devastating thing that's happened when you get here recently, let's say within the past, like, I don't know, 10 years, is when Zuckerberg got called after the 2016 election, and then he just looked like a fucking, you know, like a ferret or something. He was like, he had his water. He's like,
but I mean, honestly, has there ever been any legal action or anything when you get called in front of Congress?
No, you just look like an asshole for 3, 6, 7 hours.
I mean, I was gonna say the news cycle would be so fast. It's like, all right, yeah, I could.
Well, 6 years later, you might get sent to prison like Steve Bannon, but but other than that, no, because Congress doesn't have any legal authority. I mean, they can vote to hold you in contempt, but then I think, doesn't the AG or the DOJ have to actually bring charges?
Yeah, the DOJ, like, that is a crime that the DOJ would prosecute if they wanted to, but they're not going to waste their time doing that. Like,
except on Bannon.
Yeah,
that's what Bannon got. Yeah,
but like, Congress can't indict them. They can recommend, or they can vote to hold them in contempt. But
yeah, so it's a legal proceeding that they're, you know, it's like no different than like a judge, like in an actual courtroom, calling a witness to testify. And if the witness says, no, I don't want to testify, you could hold him in contempt to force him to. And if you don't, then the state prosecutor can, you know, prosecute, like, for whatever, like for contempt or other kind of different crimes and stuff like that. But it's all up to who the prosecutor is, and that's not Congress. That's just the DOJ. So they have to make the call.
So they're probably not going to prosecute Merrick Garland for contempt of Congress
until Trump gets back in office. Then maybe, but no, not if Biden's in office. That's not going to happen.
Oh, Biden pooping.
Oh yeah.
Did he poop again?
Gosh, dang it, we can't watch it.
It's poop again.
Yeah, at Normandy. Yeah, he was like, he couldn't find his chair, and then he was like, Jill Biden was like, oh my god,
He does not look good, man.
She looked like she was trying to cover her mouth to say something to him, but it was also like, she was just disgusted at what she was going to have to clean up later.
I'm telling you, I've become more of a fan of Dr. Jill after that deal. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say she's been holding them together, but she's been doing a pretty fair job, considering with everything that's been put out in front of her. That just, inflatable sack of shit that is the president. She's been holding it together pretty well. And while I'm still not a big fan of her, I gotta say, as I said in the text message the other day, she's a true American hero. Like, she understood the mission. She got him the fuck out of there without causing any more of a scene than was necessary.
Stand by your man.
But also, like, what else are you going to do in that situation? Just let him sit in his shit? I mean, my wife might let me. If I shit myself, my wife's like, no, you just sit in that. Just, you know what you did.
Think about what you've done.
I went poopy. It was good.
Can I go get some ice cream now?
Told you not to disturb me when I'm cleaning my room.
When does she get charged with elder abuse, though?
Somebody should.
Somebody has to.
Somebody has to. So I guess the real question is, and I guess it's not really a question because it's two different jurisdictions, but what are the odds that Hunter and Donald become cellies?
Ooh.
Well, it's two different states.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, because one's a federal.
They
federal
sometimes
case.
will move people like from a crowded state prison into a federal prison, and sometimes vice versa. All right, like when that situation arises. So you never know. Right? They will sometimes.
who, out of those two, who gets top bunk? And who's making wine in the toilet?
Hunter probably has more connections, so I don't know.
I don't know. Trump gained a lot of black fans once he got a rap sheet. So he, I just want to see Trump with a do-rag. I mean, I don't want to see
like Prison Mike.
Yeah, I don't want to see all the consequences that may happen domestically because of it, but just for the sheer comedy, Trump in prison would be fucking hilarious. Well, I mean, honestly, there's not much that dude does that's not hilarious, but Trump in prison, my God, that'd be funny.
I got clicked up this afternoon.
I'm taking over the Aryan nations. Great people.
He was gonna shiv somebody, but he's a germaphobe. He's like, yeah, I didn't want the blood. You do it. You do it. Great
people on both sides.
Michael Cohen is still his fixer in prison. He sends Michael Cohen to shiv his enemies in prison.
You're gonna put this up your ass, and you're not gonna say a fucking thing.
Bring me the heroin. I'm not gonna use it, but could you imagine the money? All sorts of money on the PX account.
He does interviews on a phone that was flown into him on a drone over the wall. Or brought in in a fake Coke can.
I mean, I kind of want to have it be like a Shawshank deal where, Morgan Freeman's narrating, but honestly, Trump just narrating the whole thing too would be even funnier.
I could listen to that all day.
Look at this. Look at this guard. What a loser. Total failure. 3 guys got stabbed on his shift.
But back the blue.
100%.
We lost a great American hero. I guess just today.
What was that?
What
did he do?
I
didn't read it.
Which one are you talking about here?
Jerry West,
the hot dog guy.
Joey Chestnut.
Oh yeah,
He's
the greatest American athlete of all time.
Vegan hot dogs, and
he's got to be in the conversation.
No, he's a sponsor. Or one of his sponsors is a vegan hot dog company.
Yeah. But like, why are they not letting him eat hot dogs? Is it like he wants to wear some freaking shirt that has the vegan hot dogs on it?
All right, so I got the article here.
I thought it was anti-Semitism because it was Hebrew.
Ooh.
Kosher
hot dogs? No kosher hot dogs? Fucker.
Yep.
The hot dog news from Coney Island. Hard to swallow.
Record is 73 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
That's ridiculous.
They did that in like 2021.
Chugging a lot of dogs there.
Wild. And then he only got 63, but still won by 14 hot dogs last year.
Yeah. So the New York Post headline is Joey Chestnut is out of the 2024 Nathan's hot dog eating contest in beef over vegan Franks. The hot dog news from Coney Island is hard to swallow. Joey Chestnut.
This is just the best.
Fucking New York Post. Joey Chestnut, perennial winner of the annual 4th of July Nathan's hot dog eating competition, is out of this year's beef barf over it. Excuse me. Choked on a hot dog.
Got that walking pneumonia there?
There's too many dogs. Is out of this year's beef barf over a deal he made to represent a different wiener brand, the Post has learned. Ooh. The brand is Impossible Foods, according to the sources. The leading maker of meatless meats, it's not meat if it's meatless, you fucks, is known for its Impossible Burger, which contains a laboratory synthesized substance called heme, or heme. Heme. I got the heme. Putting down some real heme today.
That sounds like an ethnic slur.
Yeah.
It recently launched a Frankfurter imposter that's quote made from plants. The Nathan's contest at the corner of Stillwell and Surf Avenues, 1 block from the famous boardwalk, has been a Coney Island tradition since 1916. California-born Chestnut has won it 16 times, including every year since 2016. He gobbled a world record 76 dogs and buns in 2021 and kept his title with a paltry 62 down the hatch last year. A rep for Major League Eating, which Nathan sanctions to run the event, said the organizers bent over backwards to meet Chestnut's various other demands. Oh, so he's a diva.
Fucking champion. He's a champion.
He is a pure diva.
They even agreed to let him participate in a rival Labor Day dog eating fest to be taped for TV as long as no hot dog brand was mentioned. But they said they drew the line on letting Chestnut pitch for a different hot dog brand. Well, you know what? Good for Nathan's famous hot dogs. Get that plant shit out of here. This is America. On America's Day, he wants to eat an impossible dog. Fuck you. Fuck off.
He did just sign a thing though, like on Netflix, that him and Kobayashi are doing some fucking thing now.
Well, I read another article on this because I mean this is hot news. I mean this is the shit everybody should be paying attention to. Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Gaza. No, Nathan's hot dog eating contest. That's where the real action is. And
that and the puppy bowl.
The puppy bowl.
But
apparently Kobayashi is retired from competitive eating. He just hates his life now.
Too many dongs?
Way too many dongs.
It seems out of character because Kobayashi, that's obviously Japanese, right?
Yeah.
So aren't they they're not known for talking about their problems? They just kind of go hang themselves in a forest, right? And that what Logan Paul taught us?
Or autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, in a forest.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Tentacle porn.
That too.
Tentacle porn. Forgot about that.
We really fucked him up with that A-bomb. Set him back a long ways.
Long before that.
Well,
two girls in one cup wouldn't happen. Nagasaki wouldn't happen.
well, I mean, they were repressed before, and then we incinerated about 150,000 of them in that fast. So, I mean, they
Shouldn't
kind
have
of
touched our boat.
They kind of had it coming. They kind of had it coming. I'm not saying it was right, but also, I don't know. Not saying I condone it, but also they kind of had it coming.
It's like that Bill Burr stand up when he talks about hitting women. His first question that comes to his mind is like, "Well, what'd she say?"
Yeah.
What'd
she do?
I was telling you, Aaron. I'm not in favor of it. Not in favor of.
Too specific.
I'm once again not condoning ethnic cleansing, but it might be what needs to happen with Gaza, because otherwise that shit's just going to keep going on and on and on and on. And apparently those Palestinians, they reproduce about like the Mexicans do. So
it's true.
But it's against the women's like wants.
Well,
oh yeah, they rape a lot.
We didn't say anything about human rights here. We're talking about ethnic cleansing.
The Geneva suggestions.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the UN has put out a lot of suggestions lately that the U.S. and Israel have just been like, nah.
They've been doing that for years.
We're good.
Well, that's true. And honestly, I kind of respect that, because fuck the International Criminal Court or whatever. Like, nah, fuck you.
Go fuck yourself.
That's the funniest thing that Trump could do, is just go hole himself up in Mar-a-Lago and be like, come get me, bitch.
Where's your UN court now, bitches?
Kathy Hochul, you think she's gonna go down to Mar-a-Lago and try to extradite him? Nah. Nah. Yeah, like a lot of the anti-war stuff that I read, they're making this huge deal about the arrest warrants for Netanyahu, and was it like 2 Israelis and 3 Hamas guys that they wanted to get arrest warrants for? And like, okay, who's gonna serve them? Like, nobody's gonna actually enforce that. Yeah.
Okay. So who served during the Nazi trial? Was that all?
That was us.
That were just hunting them down. I mean, they were there.
No, that was they created a criminal court, but it was led by us, so we kind of ran the show there. They already, like, the Russians had already captured them on the east side, and we captured a lot of them on the west side, and so it just all brought them into one spot. The Russians did their own little deal too. So,
well, if you listen to the dark corners of the internet, the Jews hunted them down for us, and then tried them themselves. Which
they got the guys we didn't already get. All right.
Right. Well, I mean, you guys,
Argentina and wherever.
I say you guys kind of kept that thing going for a while, except there wasn't any trials when the Mossad got involved.
Whoa!
Goebbels,
you guys,
or whoever it was.
Oh yeah, sorry, Rob. I'm still used to this whole Jew thing. So when we got them, there wasn't much of a trial involved.
Freaking Mossad.
Mossad's not big on a trial by their peers.
They just slaughtered almost all of them. They're not going to have no trial.
Yeah. It was the Palestinians that blew up the Olympic team, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it was like Palestine Liberation Organization. I don't think it was actually part of the government. I don't even think they had one. But yeah, it was a Palestine deal.
So if let's say the Middle Eastern people were allowed to draw their own borders after World War I, like Iraq wouldn't have been a place. It'd been like Kurdistan and like 3 other different provinces. But like, don't like Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon and like they consider that, they call that area the Levant. And that's like, that probably would have just been one big country, right?
Yeah.
If the Arabs had their way,
they'd have like their own deal. I don't know if it would be one country, but yeah, they just take that whole land and divide it amongst themselves.
Well, they would have murked Kurdistan off the map a long time ago if the Arabs had their way. I guess they still probably hate the Jews more than the Kurds, but they don't like the Kurds either, even though the Kurds are Muslim.
The Jews are like the combining force that everybody hates, but yeah, they don't like a lot of people.
Right. That's like the whole Red Sea deal. You have the Persians who are Shia Islam on one side, and then Arabs who are Sunni Islam on the other side, and they hate each other, and they're like sending rockets back and forth. And then there's us with our boats sailing in the middle of it, and they both fucking hate us. Just like missiles everywhere.
My enemy is my friend. That's what they got.
Better not touch them.
Better not touch them.
I love that Aaron finally knows where that joke is from.
Like, great timing, Tim. That was great. Fucking nailed it.
That guy makes shirts now. It's just like, it shows a canoe and it says, "Don't touch our boats."
I might be wearing one next week.
I ordered a pretty special 4th of July shirt, so I thought about wearing it today, but I'm going to keep it under wraps.
Tim, you've got to like wear a shirt with an aircraft carrier and it just says "Don't touch our boats." That's what you got to wear that for.
I actually might look. I'm going to start looking right now to see if that's there.
Oh, well, he makes some, but it doesn't have an aircraft carrier. It has like a little tiny sailboat.
Oh,
and it says "Don't touch our boats." That guy's funny. Mandatory Fun Day. He's
mandatory. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. He's in the Army, I guess. So I typically, when Army guys make fun of the Navy, it's just all gay jokes. But now his is about the boats and how belligerent we get over the Navy, which is still pretty funny. Speaking of touching boats, we're gonna have a war with Russia in the Caribbean.
So I've read the boats that went over. It's like a submarine, a frigate, and a tugboat.
I'm not aware of this situation.
But they got hypersonic missiles.
Are we talking about like Cuban Missile Crisis here, or
like kinda, but
I
not.
think they said there's no
really
missiles on there, and I don't know. I can never trust what the Russians say, but it seems like just kind of flexing to me. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. So Russia sent a little tiny armada over to Cuba, and then does Cuba have a navy? Because it says they were conducting like live fire drills in the Caribbean, but like Cuba can't have. If they do have a navy, it can't be. I mean, like most rednecks in the summer have a bigger navy than Cuba, I'd imagine.
Better armed too.
Oh yeah, way better armed.
I mean, it looks like they do. It's called the Cuban Revolutionary Navy. Legit,
real revolutionary
and everything.
Oh shit! So it's all hand-me-downs from the Soviets.
Yeah.
McHale's
that was Ukraine's army until we started shipping weapons over there. They just had all old Soviet shit.
Yeah, like their lead boat is the Cuban Foxtrot class submarine, which was built by the Soviets in 1957. So.
Oh, cool.
Neato. It's still steam powered. Plug that leak. Don't get our coal wet.
Captain Jack Sparrow's.
They
just got like something straight out of Jules Verne.
The Nautilus. What's Spanish for Nautilus?
I'll text my wife. I'm texting her right now. how do you say the Nautilus?
I bet Matt gets yelled at because
In
this is such a
Spanish.
dumb
Shut the
question.
fuck up, Matt.
It's probably
No,
just El Nautilus.
She'll do the Kyle Broflovsky and just pinch the bridge of her nose and shake her head.
And I
God damn it, Matt.
remember a couple episodes ago we were trying to figure out if the two dick guy would come at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I had a moment today where I was going to ask my wife, but she seemed peeved off, and I really didn't want to.
She's a little cheesed off at the moment.
The kids were just driving her fucking nuts, and it popped my head, and I stopped myself.
Who wants cream?
See, I wouldn't have stopped myself. I'm incapable.
It took every ounce of strength. It popped in my mind. I'm like, yeah, does it come twice? Like, is it the same time?
I just want to know, does he have alternating boners? Can he like make them dance?
It's like those guys that can flex each pec at a time each time.
Yeah.
Can he do it to music?
Does he have semen fountains like the what's the place in Vegas
disgusting.
with the choreographed fountains?
The Bellagio.
Bellagio, yeah. So, if I had two dicks, I would name them the Bellagio.
Yeah.
Do I get the blue or the red? Don't touch my boats shirt. Damn.
Red.
Well, red unless you're a fucking liberal.
OD green also. Damn. Okay.
Well, OD green doesn't work real well for the Coast Guard, does it?
Not really. I might have to go red.
What are the Coast Guard uniforms? Are they as gay as the Navy?
Yes.
Let's see.
Yeah, so we
solid blue. You know, pretty gay.
Huh.
It's
so
just
then
a tank top and shorts.
You just look like some Aussie fisherman. Hi, mate. Yeah, so then apparently we sent some more ships to trail them. Like, I mean, if we're gonna have a war, go a little bit further than the Caribbean, out in the middle of the Atlantic, and then just have at it. Have at it, boys.
Coral Sea type shit.
It
Midway.
probably, you wouldn't think it would take much for us to sink all that Russian. There's only like 3 boats there, so we could definitely touch their boats. I would hope.
Shit out of them.
And if we couldn't, then by God, we deserve to be invaded.
Their boats are just a bunch of old Chevys tied together.
that's the Cuban armada.
The Russian armada is made out of potatoes.
It's got a dancing bear on the bow.
Gotta have the bear. Gotta have the bear.
Runs on vodka.
By just a bunch of like Smirnoff bottles tied together.
Well, they just poisoned the crew. They're like, "Oh shit, that was meant for an opposition leader. Sorry, fellas."
I suggest you
point
We would make you walk
hypersonic ray the other way.
Yeah, we would make you walk the plank, but this is a Russian warship. We have no planks, so out the window you go. As is Russian tradition.
That's his Russian police. Stern but fair.
Who? See, I feel like the Russians are not as clever at the executions as the United States government, because
we suck at that.
Well, the Clintons, the one dude like shot himself in the head twice, allegedly. Like, that seems plausible. But is it more or less plausible than the official cause of death is he fell out of a hospital window? That's the Russian version. So you're like, it seems pretty on par, I guess. It's I'm kind of enjoying some of the comedy of this new Cold War. There was I saw the perfect meme here. It's been a couple of years probably, but it was like the Cold War summed up in one meme, and it was the two cats like standing up on hind legs looking at each other, and one of them was like wrapped in an American flag and said, "What the fuck they doing over there?" And the other one was just the same thing but in Russian. And they're just like staring over a snowbank at each other. The fuck they doing over there? It's like on South Park when Canada builds the wall and they're like, "Hey, what do you got over there?" Don't worry about it, guy.
Was it Jim Jeffries was saying that Canada should build a wall, but only make it 3 feet tall?
I mean, you'd have a bunch of fat purple-haired lesbians bitching about how it's not fat friendly. There's I've seen it on a couple podcasts, but there's what I don't even know what the term is, but it's a bunch of fat chicks, but they're influencers now, and they're showing you how to go visit Disney when you're morbidly obese, like the best place to rent scooters and everything. Yeah, they even they rate the rides on whether or not you'll be able to fit on them. True story. I've seen the videos. I would show it, but we're back in. We're working on Russian Burning Daylight schedule here, so like the technology's not quite there right at the moment to pop it up on screen for you.
We're in 1999. Right?
If we're lucky.
Not still on the Oregon Trail timeline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I would try to pop it up on screen, but it'd be like fording the river and dying. So
dying of dysentery.
We're gonna chill at Fort Bridger until spring comes. That's what we're gonna do. But yeah, like this Russia deal, I don't know why they decided to send such a shitty fleet over to. Like it's
because they're just flexing. They just want it to seem like they don't want to start shit. I feel like they want to flex.
It's like North Korea shooting those nukes and they only make it like 50 miles into the ocean.
It's like
the Russian army isn't as advanced as people think it is. Like
it has literally just turned into trench warfare with cooler weapons. Like some of that drone shit that both sides are doing is pretty fucking rad. It's terrifying, but it's pretty rad. Luckily, we're all old enough where we won't ever be asked to or be told to go to the front line. So that part's nice. That's one good thing about being 38 years. But yeah, like they send these racing drones with like I think it was War on the Rocks is where I heard this. And these guys that's all they do is just study war. But they said like the Ukrainians they have this shop set up in somebody's garage with a 3D printer, and they modify these like commercially available racing drones, and then they'll print out like a casing or like a shell that they can put some sort of explosive charge in, and then they'll just hang it off the back of this racing drone, and then they'll fly it into the back of a Russian tank. And so the Russians, they'll shoot a net out there so it stops the like it's
it sounds like a Ron Burgundy fight scene, like in Anchorman, and they come with like tridents and shit.
It's like Wile E. Coyote in the Roadrunner.
And honestly, it's like like the Ukrainians have got rocket roller skates, and then the Russians just throw a black spot up on the wall so they run into it.
Russians run off a cliff and don't notice that they ran off a cliff, and then they hold up a sign that
but
says,
also, if we're being completely honest, it's Ukraine and Russia technically, but it's really just Russia and Little Russia.
Russia Junior.
Just doing Russian shit, you know. It's just they like that's been one of the big complaints from the NATO people, like the advisors and trainers or whatever. It's like so we gave them all this like newfangled weaponry, and we're teaching them how to do maneuver warfare, and they immediately reverted back to Soviet style, which is just dig a trench, throw a bunch of dudes into it, over the top. Hopefully you take their trench, dig another trench, and just keep going. That's how they fight over there.
What if Ukraine wins this and actually and then just keeps going and takes over all of Russia?
Well, if they somehow,
that would be funny.
If they somehow win this without NATO troops, like massive amounts of NATO troops on the ground, it'll be with a bunch of old fucks and Down syndrome dudes, because that's kind of what they're left with at this point. They're like literally scooping Down syndrome dudes and 60-year-old men off the street and giving them a week's worth of training and sending them to the front.
That's the Russian way, bud.
Those Russians love to throw bodies.
It's like I said, and we keep calling it Ukraine, but it's just like Russia and Russia Junior. That's kind of all it is.
Russian Junior got a taste of those Western khaki jeans, and they're not going back, Matt.
Well, some of them did, and then they're no longer among us. I don't think they're probably dead. The Russians got a lot more prisoners they can conscript and throw at the wall, like 10 times as many. So I don't know. France all of a sudden's getting some big boy pants. They're like, hey, we're gonna send troops now.
The French.
Yeah, Macron and his 80-year-old wife. Have you seen that bitch?
No.
No.
So you've seen Macron, you know, he's like a young, good looking.
He's in his 40s, yeah.
Yeah, well, his wife looks like Jill Biden.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she's
71 years old. That's crazy.
Is she really?
Yeah.
What's her story? She's got to have some major connections.
In 1989, Brigitte Macron.
She is the heir to
Macaron.
A seat in the city council of Frenchtown. Some French town.
No.
She played an active role in her husband's presidential campaign. A top advisor was quoted saying that her presence is essential for him. I know, she's a beard. She's a beard.
Yeah, Macron is 46, and she's 71.
Man. Heart wants what the heart wants, bud.
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. She's a good-looking.
She's definitely had some work done.
She's not Dolly Parton, but
she's ate a lot of baguettes in her day. All right,
but not macarons.
Maybe this is just some giant ploy to get the French to surrender one more time.
Gotta see it happen again, man.
I mean, it was one of my bucket list things to see the French actually surrender in real time.
You know, it's funny as the French. The French I equate them to the Duke basketball team. I don't even watch basketball, but I've always hated Duke. I have no reason for it, none whatsoever. But I can't stand Duke, and the French are the same way. Like without the French, we would not have won the Revolutionary War. But fuck them. Fuck the French. I'm no fan of the Brits either. Fuck the Brits. You know, fuck the English.
Fuck the English.
Also, fuck the French. Like, thanks for your help, but pound off, buddy. Go eat another fucking frog.
Did you see today that Prince Charles' devil portrait was defaced by vegans or some shit? Animal.
Was
Did they
it
throw
really?
soup at it?
No, they like
Ew.
took some type of wallpaper looking stuff, and then they rolled it,
And
so
they made it
would
look
stick.
better.
Well, they put like you got to find the picture. They put like this head over his head. It was like it looked like a cartoon out of a newspaper.
Well, all right. You guys cover for me for a few minutes. I am going to
Pound your pud.
well that
He has to finish it off. You interrupted.
I
him
got
before.
to. You guys interrupted me. All right, so I'm gonna close out.
They put
So
like
I
the
can-
Wallace and Gromit picture. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna close out of this deal so I can share screen. So I'll
thought you
be
already
right
did.
back. No, I told you I couldn't. But I'm gonna
Pay attention,
take
Tim.
a chance. I'm gonna take a chance. So I'll be right back.
It's a picture of a claymation head. They put it right on top. It says, "No cheese, gourmet.
Yes. I
Look
think
at all the cruelty on RSPCA
Gromit.
farms." Huh. Okay.
that's the face from the guy from Wallace and Gromit. That's fucking hilarious.
Why, with all these like defacing of art, why does nobody draw a dick on there? I feel like that's low hanging fruit. If I was a
It's a little too
protester,
obvious.
I would draw a dick on there and be like, hey, meat eaters, eat a dick or something. I don't know.
That's not really original.
It would be funny to me.
I like the picture I
And
had.
you'd be laughing too.
They had like a professional film crew following them too, which is pretty funny.
So, Rob, how's your boy Caleb Williams doing?
Seems like he's alive and
You're not
he's doing
following-
okay.
Yeah, is he?
I don't know.
I saw this video of him like throwing an air ball up to Keenan Allen, and he literally had to start walking to catch it because he just underthrew him so bad.
Every time he throws a bad pass, freaking Bears fans freak out thinking he's a bust. And every time he throws a good pass, they think he's the second coming of Christ. And it's just really stupid. All right.
Feeling
I'm
good
not
about
a fan.
this year,
I
Rob?
wish they had kept Fields. So the
Oh,
jury's
please
still out
let
on that
this go
son of a
down
bitch.
in flames. Please let this go down in flames.
Matt, can't hear you.
I can't hear shit.
Oh, he startled them. It's Uncle Joe. What?
What?
Huh?
What the hell?
Uh-oh, they can hear me.
Matt's dick mic isn't working.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh-oh.
All right, we're back.
That's
Yeah.
fast.
I hope that thing fails miserably. But I want it to go like the Cowboys season has gone, like the last 6, 7, 8 years, where they're just good enough to get the fan base all super hyped, and then just choke on a big dick in the playoffs. Or
I'll take that.
or even like San Diego, where they're like leading the division and then lose 6 straight to miss the playoffs in spectacular fashion. I want to see that. Just like I want to see all of Chicago's hopes and dreams come crashing down.
It's like
We
Chicago.
don't have a lot of
ruins-
dreams to begin with.
Chicago can't pick a quarterback. San Diego can't pick a coach.
Right. They might have something
Jim
with Harbaugh.
I wish the Bears had gotten him.
That'd be a good place for Harbaugh. He seems like a Chicago kind of guy.
He played for the Bears for a year,
Oh, did
at
he?
least. I think so. Pretty sure.
He went to Michigan, right? Yeah, he's at Michigan. So, I mean, it's close enough to Chicago.
Did he graduate from Michigan? Or did he play football at Michigan?
Yeah, he played football at Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He played for the Bears, the Colts, the Ravens, the Chargers. Dang, he played for a lot of teams.
What did he play?
He was quarterback, right?
QB, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was like a backup QB in the Bears for a while.
I was just saying, I don't think he ever was an actual starter, though, was he?
He went to a Pro Bowl because he lost.
Oh, he did?
He played some couple of years with Chicago, like late 80s.
He lost miserably in the long throw contest when they used to do that.
Huh. Jamarcus Russell would have won that one. Didn't he? 80 yards.
Player he was. That was a future Hall of Famer written all over him.
Jamarcus Russell.
Didn't he get real fat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He
gained like 30 pounds or something like that.
For the combine, he was way overweight.
I think like in college he was like 260, and then he went up to like 290 or something.
Something like him and Vince Young were kind of the same way.
Man, that dude dominated at Texas. Dominated.
Oh yeah, it had one of the best, college national championship games of all time.
What happened to him? Didn't he got drafted, right?
Yeah, he went to Tennessee.
Yeah, it just didn't work.
Well, he was good for a year or something like that.
Then they figured him out.
Yeah. Of course, the NFL coaching is so slow to change where there's no, fuck you. You're not running, damn it. You're going to be a pocket quarterback.
So is in the Belichick-Brady relationship, is it just 75% Brady? Because I thought Belichick would they weren't going to be good, but I thought they would be 500, maybe a playoff, but no.
I still got to hand
Jones is that bad.
He might be that bad, but also I think you gotta hand it to Belichick on the GM side of things, because the way he made Brady or he convinced Brady to take team friendly deals that whole time. I don't know.
Well, Edelman.
Have you guys watched the roast yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Freaking love that one. That was great.
It was pretty funny. Ben Affleck sucked, but
that was
yeah, he did suck.
It was uncomfortable watching that.
What the fuck are you guys doing up there?
Why am I here?
How many times did Kim Kardashian say that's hot?
Oh fuck!
Or is that Paris Hilton? Never mind.
That's Paris Hilton, man. Come on, get your celebrity bitches right.
Sorry.
Aaron, you still haven't watched it? Get your shit together.
Oh no, I've watched the celebrity tapes, just not the roast.
The roast was better by a long shot. The celebrity tapes were kind of whatever. Kind of lame. I mean, they were about as good as Ben Affleck's performance on the roast.
Yeah, that was hard to watch.
It was uncomfortable. And not because he was saying anything so devastating. It was just
hey, this is just bad.
Dude, just drop the mic and walk away.
Yeah. Say anything funny. Just one thing funny. He bombed pretty hard. That was weird. Tony Hinchcliffe went fucking nuclear.
He went hard.
He went nuclear.
That was amazing.
Yeah. Gronk's a big dumb idiot if we didn't already know that before.
He's dumb.
What was his joke to Gronk? He said something like, I'm glad you took a break from writing Santa letters to
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, that guy is so dumb. Him and Garrett Bowles are the two NFL players I can distinctly remember. Like the first time hearing them talk, I'm like, oh, it's a really good thing you play football. You are a fucking retard.
What was the joke Hinchcliffe said about oh God, what's his name? Kevin Hart. It's like, Kevin's so short, he's been using the stool that oh God, what is his name?
God dang it, can't say it right.
Damn it. What was the tight end's name that killed himself after he killed him?
Oh, Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez, yeah. He's like, he's been using the stool Aaron Hernandez kicked out from under him.
Oh my God. How did Brady react to that one?
He looked uncomfortable the whole time.
He was a good sport except for the Robert Kraft stuff. He shut that shit. They shut that down quick.
Knock that shit off.
Oh yeah, Jeff Ross sucked too. Like they cut the roast master was terrible.
Yeah, Jeff Ross has lost his fastball.
Oh, the old creepy perv. That's off limits.
He's just like drunk and just sits in the back there and just like climbs around the seats. It's just dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I respect to Jeff Ross. He's the roast master show. Like he was good at that, but he was not on that one. I thought Kevin Hart was good.
Yeah,
but Jeff Ross sucked, and Ben Affleck were the two that I just really sucked.
I thought that chick was funny. What's her name? Nikki Glaser.
Oh, Nikki Glaser. She was pretty funny.
She did a great job. What was Hinchcliffe's joke about her just winning the Kentucky Derby?
Yeah, she's got a big horse face. I mean, she's hot. Don't get me wrong, but she does have a long face.
That was so good.
Yeah. I would say I don't know why anybody would sign up for that, but like we do this every week or so and consistently, and it's the same shit. So like, and we're not even getting paid for it. So I guess it's roaster fun because of that. I don't know. People like to get roasted, I guess, and just don't talk about Robert Kraft.
Yeah, I'm amazed you let them talk about his ex-wife, not Robert.
A lot.
He didn't give a shit about the ex-wife.
There was a theory on Talk Radio. The only reason he did that
give a
was
shit about
because
Giselle,
he knew
but Robert Kraft, nope.
He knew that they'd like just hammer on Giselle, so he's like, "This dirty bitch." Yeah, that's right.
I don't know. I don't think anybody like went off script or anything. I don't think anybody really went rogue. But I don't think they had from what I understood, it was kind of like do your thing. Don't hold back. They didn't really give him like a list of no-nos.
Hinchcliffe was supposed to stay in his seat though. He was supposed to stay at his table.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's just like, fuck this, I'm going up on stage.
He was funny. I think Hinchcliffe is kind of annoying, but he fucking murdered. Like there was should have been. He should be sharing a jail cell with Donald because like he fucking murdered people up there.
I thought Jared Bledsoe was funny.
It is. I find him annoying. Just his voice is kind of annoying, but yeah. I can't deny that he's funny. The dude is fucking funny. It just his voice I find like it's like grating on my ears.
He has a very punchable face.
Oh yeah, the most punchable face. What was the King Charles deal that you guys were talking about? I was trying to.
Is it Gremmet?
Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, so they
Okay.
put like a grommet head on him.
Huh.
It's not grommet, it's grommet.
Okay,
Wallace
nerd.
and Gromit.
Dude,
Gromit.
how do you have children and I know who Wallace and Gromit are?
Because it's only American.
Okay.
I showed my kids that one time, and they were like, "This is stupid." So
Fuck them.
not all kids like it.
It's a smart show.
Shut up.
How much of it have you
Kids,
watched, Tim?
Whoa.
You don't understand.
You wouldn't get it. Neither would your kids.
Your kids are stupid.
It's because all the actors sound like they have accents like they have peanut butter stuck on the top of their roof.
Sound like a dog. Peanut butter stuff in the roof of their mouth.
I don't want to watch something I have to put subtitles on.
Why is this not coming right up? Wasn't this a big news story?
It was the day.
Came right up for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You can get it from People Magazine. Boom.
Okay. I'm using the wrong search terms, I guess.
Haven't you had
Magazine.
experience with
King
AI?
Charles portrait. That's it.
Yeah.
I saw it's just showing pictures of the old one though.
Just do King Charles portrait, and then there should be something. I got it from People Magazine.
Hit news.
Are you on Google or
No, I'm on
He's on
Brave.
AOL.com.
Ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
All right, let me go to Google.
You really weren't on
on
Google?
the internet machine.
No, I was
Jesus
on
Christ.
Brave.
Jesus.
There's certain stuff that Google doesn't really show up, so I go to other search engines to find it.
I think there's something wrong with your computer, Mac, because I was
Yeah.
on the Google.
Well, I am now. I wasn't before. Oh, yeah, it popped right up. The fuck?
There it is.
Grimace. The grimace face. The Grimont face.
Gromit.
Just want to piss off Tim.
Gromit.
The
Fuck
Grimette.
Gromit.
Redecorated by an. Wow.
I mean, it does look like King Charles.
Yeah,
It does.
It does. I mean, I can't stand climate protesters, but credit where it's due. This one's fucking funny. Fuck the British. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Cool.
Cool. At the end, I just really didn't feel like eating it.
Yeah, that's.
That and I didn't have any bread.
They should have waited till the 4th of July to do it, though. That'd have been the most American thing. But I say, I'm kind of pissed that Americans didn't do this, but it was stupid climate protesters. Like I'm a
What
little.
if it was American climate protesters?
They
No,
don't count. They don't count. Climate protesters are their own country.
Matt just wants MTG and who else? Boberts to go over and do this painting.
I mean, at least they'd be actually doing something to make America proud.
Straight up John Adams style.
Oh, can you imagine the trial that they put on for those two clowns when they got back? That'd be so. I mean, fucking Nancy Pelosi would be squirting everywhere. She'd be like, "Oh my God, we're gonna put them all in jail. We're gonna put them all in jail." That'd be. I'm disappointed in America that climate protesters beat us to that portrait. That is disappointing.
We deserve to get invaded.
I mean, kinda. If we do that, like, I saw a whole bunch of bunch of devil memes about when this portrait first came out, and not
it's
one
pretty demonic looking.
Well, it is. I'm not saying I'm not downplaying that, but this is the first like really funny one that I've seen, and I'm disappointed that it took climate change protesters to do it. And unironically, by the way, they didn't mean it to be funny.
They should have drawn dicks. That would have got the crowd.
Oh, yeah. Just draw like a little bitty dick on him.
That's what I was saying. Like, if
like
I was
just a real tiny one.
If I
was thinking of just drawing a dick on the painting, but like drawing a dick on him would be funny.
But like abnormally small.
Hooded.
Make the balls as swollen up as his fingers.
Yeah, well, then you can put Bobert and MTG pointing and laughing on the side. See, that's gonna be the cover art for this.
And there's a little
episode.
bubble above MTG that says "baby girl."
Oh yeah, so instead of Bobert, it'll be AOC and MTG. America Unites. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm changing the name of the show to Death of Fun Podcast.
Death of Fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to maybe beat the algorithm and not. Maybe we won't start a new YouTube channel. Maybe it'll take off. Probably not.
Have you seen the video on Instagram? Somebody put like a Hitler mustache on AOC, and then just dubbed Hitler's speeches over it.
That was so funny. I got a response from my wife, and she is not mad.
Okay.
It's El Nautilus. She said, and if it's not a proper noun, then it may be El Natillo or Natilo.
I will.
It's not a double L.
That one.
Yeah, my wife's awesome.
Okay, next week
she doesn't even know what the joke is, but she knows it's probably funny.
I'll make sure to ask Katie next week about the double coming.
Yeah,
I want to know.
Matt,
what did I say?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I said, what did I say? Oh yeah, my double dick would be the Bellagio. If you had two dicks, what would you name them? And that's the name
Thunder
of
and Lightning.
If you had two dicks, what
Freedom
would you
and
name
Independence.
Beavis and Butthead.
That's pretty good. Freedom and Independence. I like that. Wallace and Gromit. If you're British, you just have to name it Wallace and Gromit.
Grommet.
Okay.
Matt,
Gromit sounds more British.
I haven't gotten past the clip I sent you from Shane Gillis talking about when Congress had to decide on the 18-year-old rule.
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, it was probably fucking Shane Gillis that nuked my computer because I was listening to when it cut out last night. I was watching it was Matt and Shane's secret podcast with Louis C.K. doing the presidents.
Oh God! And
that's really funny. They're also pretty informative, but it's I'm gonna blame them for ruining my computer for a day.
Yeah, I wish you could play that clip so that these two knew what I was talking about. But
send it in the text. I think I can put it up.
Right,
no, I don't have audio. Never mind.
Oh,
I don't have audio.
Mind. Maybe next week.
You sent it in Instagram?
I think so.
I might be able to play the audio through my phone anyways.
I was thinking about the first time like Congress had to come up with age of consent. That had to be like the powdered wigs and stuff. That had to be a rough day for the fellas. It's like some guy coming up first, like, from Rhode Island, 12. And everyone's like, ew. No, dude. I don't know. Why'd I have to go first on this one? It's like the hardest one to go first on. Never mind, I was thinking about the...
Funny. It's really funny. Ew, dude, no.
12? What?
Oh, man, I'm fading, dude.
All right, man. Well, let me play our new outro song. Because
it's raining men.
If this song doesn't win every award possible, it better eat.
Honestly, well, the guy that wrote my original theme song responded finally today, and he just said, So I asked him and his wife. His wife is like an incredibly good singer. Like she's she's somebody like you stand up and take notice. You're like, oh shit, that she can sing. And it'd be so funny to have her sing in harmony to this song with her husband. So it's called Big Red Cups, and it was written by AI. It was like make a country song.
I got beer in my boots, dirt on my truck, corn on my mind, and a gun up my butt. It's a small town. At least there's dirt, at least there's beer and trucks and shirts. Beer and trucks, dirt kicks up, guns and butts, big red cups, dirty boots, dirty beer, dirty butts. Let's all cheer. Oh, the beer it floods, the trucks get mud, the guns are loud, the butts are proud. Got a beer on my plate, a biscuit in my boot, the gun in my butt, the truck gets through. Beer.
Did they say a biscuit in their boot?
Yeah. Biscuit in my boot.
Cups, dirty boots, dirty beer, dirty butts. Let's all cheer. It's a big small town, but we got that dirt. Oh, we got that beer and a guy named Bert. Just a little small town. There's not much to do except shake our butts to a country tune.
I think AI might destroy us, but let's enjoy it while it lasts, you know?
This song is a banger.
I love it.
Sounds like a Nickelback song.
It's true, beer and trucks, dirt kicks up.
Just keep going.
Big red cups, dirty boots, dirty beer, dirty butts. Oh, the beer it floods, the butts get mud, the butts are loud, the guns are proud. Got a butt on my plate, a biscuit in my butt, a gun in my butt, and a butt. It's true and trucks, dirt kicks up, guns and butts, big red cups.
It's like a third grader wrote it. And it's like the best third grade song ever.
If he was talking about farts, I swear it'd be Vernon.
The butts are proud.
Biscuit in my butt.
It's true, beer and trucks, dirt kicks up, guns and butts, big red cups, dirty boots, dirty beer, dirty butts. Let's all cheer. I got beer in my boots.
What did you put into the AI to get that masterpiece?
Oh, I didn't do it. Tim sent me that somebody had done it on their channel, and so it was an Instagram deal. But it's on Spotify.
It is on Spotify.
And since it's AI generated, I don't think there's any licensing rights involved there as of right now. So I'm taking it. I'm taking that bitch. And for the Death of Fun podcast, that's going to be our theme song.
Got a gun up my butt.
Guns up the butt.
Oh my god! And if you get that guy and his wife to do a cover of that is gonna be epic.
It'd be so fucking funny. I think I can get just listening back to it now, like I forgot how fucking long it was. So like there's a lot of words for them to memorize, but even if they did like a minute and a half, fuck man, it'd be so funny. It might be the best idea we've ever had, Tim.
Yeah,
like that.
I was laughing so hard when you and I were texting about that.
Just when I thought you couldn't get any dumber, you go and send me something like that and totally redeem yourself. All right, Death of Fun podcast. I enjoyed it, fellas.
I did.
Dirty butts.
Butts and